Nowadays, they got it made with all the social media shit, YouTube. Yeah. You had to really be in your bag back in the day. How old were you when you said, you know what, this is something that I really want to do like for the rest of my life, that I really want to take this serious?
My pops do music too, so he was he used to sing R&B, play the guitar, keyboard, do all that shit. So subconsciously, I used to see that shit. He was like a superhero to our family too, because he used to do it big.
Episode 72. Bigshot's in the fucking building. You know, nowadays it's all email. Like, people will send you the verse. Do you like how it was back then better? Like being in the studio with them, actually working on the record?
I used to just go to the studio and create and keep the bullshit. You feel me? Now, if it ain't it, it ain't it.
Facts.
So it's all about a vibe, energy, and don't force it.
Clothing brands nowadays always the same shit. T-shirt, hoodie, just a quick hat. Like, you got the book bag with the charger though. I feel that.
Cause I want to see everybody wearing my shit. You know what I mean? Because my shit is fly.
You are now tuned in to the Jmack Experience Podcast.
You better sleep with your Uda close, cause my niggas is grimy.
New shit, you know you heard it first.
Niggas be scared to put faith in the holiest spirit. Put on your gangster uniform like I don't know that they gimmicks. From the school of hard knocks, I was getting suspended. I'm a habitual hustler, my attendance tremendous.
Fire.
Niggas ain't really your friends, they just faking disguise. Come around with good news, you see that hate in their eyes. And wait your demise, but I pray for you sucker niggas. Still hope that you die and be the bigger man. Make a grimy record, then do a verse with Will I Hand. Play with me, spin on you like a ceiling fan.
Woo.
I got no hate in my blood, not even a milligram. Always been a fly young nigga, ever since Peter Pan. CDs in the Jan Sport, dirty blick on.
This shit hard right here. This shit out right now?
Not yet.
Not yet?
New album shit, man. Cooking.
No, you heard it first.
They can't fuck with these balls.
Bigshot in the building.
The shit I spit on these platforms, monumental, isn't it? You VCR, this VR, I'm actually in it.
Damn.
Guali, they don't like me now. Lil Boosie wipe me down. I'm a legend in both leagues. Welcome to Title Town. They spoke bad on my name, and I still owe you back. I watch your mom's OD, and I still sold a crack.
Oh shit, shit hard.
Give them the same feeling the first time to hurt. Give me the loot. Go ahead, keep talking crazy. Make it so you can only eat soup. I get it shaking dolly, but it's still.
Oh, you with the whole beat on this shit, huh? Bars.
Bars, that's it. That's it.
This shit tough. I was gonna cut it midway. This shit too tough.
Like a brand new brick.
Damn.
While I talk my shit.
That's all y'all gonna get, man. That's all y'all gonna get, man. I want to give you a round of applause, my brother, for coming through. I truly appreciate it.
Appreciate you, my G.
How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. Blessed, man. Every day you wake up is a good bless.
I like it. I like it. Yo, man, that shit right there, so that's not out yet?
That's not out yet. I'm working on this album, man, and I'm cooking. I got about 10 joints done. I think I'm gonna cook like 10 more, just so I could, have something to sift through.
Yeah.
And then we gonna hit the streets, man.
So we just got an exclusive on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Only for Jmack, man.
I like it. I like it.
Brooklyn and Queens connect. Boston,
let's go.
Provi.
You know we next door to each other too. You know what I'm saying? It's only a walk away.
It's BQE shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Episode 72. Bigshot's in the fucking building. We're gonna get into the intro real quick, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace.
Yo, I want to give you another round of applause, my brother, for coming through. I truly appreciate it once again, man.
I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Like, I had to jump in your DM and and salute you.
Facts,
you was doing your thing, and people like that, got to be recognized and giving they flowers, man.
I like that. Yo, take notes, everybody out there. Like, yo, I'm only a message away. I ain't that big yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know what it is. Like, sometimes people, they just, I don't know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They reach out. Sometimes they don't. They be like, oh, I wanted to reach out. Yo, just shoot me a message. You know what I mean? If I fucks with the shit, I'll have you on the show.
we gonna have
But
you
you gotta have a story. So that's what we do here. We
Yeah.
motivating people, you know, inspiring others.
Yeah.
So I like to get the whole background, you know,
Yeah.
where you started to where you at now. So for those out there who are not familiar with who you are, what's your name and where are you from?
So I go by Bigshot. Where I'm from, I'm raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Nice.
And in Boston, I was made a man in Boston.
I like it.
You know what I mean? So
What part of Brooklyn you from?
I'm from the Star, baby.
Oh, you from Biggie's hood?
Yeah, I'm a Star, baby.
Damn,
I mean?
that's fire. That's fire. A lot of legendary shit out there. Do the Right Thing was shot over there.
Yeah,
That's one of the. You been to Biggie's crib before, where he used to live at? You ever been there?
I rode past it.
Yeah.
It's regular shit. You know
Exactly,
what I mean?
exactly.
So, but,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
For other people, it's like a monument. You know what I
Facts,
mean?
facts. So you grew up in the Star, and then how old were you more or less when you ended up coming out here to Boston?
I came out here when I was like 10 years old, 9,
Okay.
10 years old.
Got you.
I remember the car ride like it was like yesterday.
You was tight on the way over here, right?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just knew I was leaving. Like, damn, you know, this is a whole new environment. You know what I mean? And you know, it changed my life. So.
You know, it's funny because, like, see, it's kind of similar with me. I'm originally from Queens, but, like, I used to come out here in the summers. I used to come to Providence all the time. Fucking hated it out here, you know what I mean? Because it's not like the city. And then, like, now, I'm going to be honest, it's the total opposite. Like, now when I go to the city, I'm ready to come back.
Ready to come back.
Yeah, because
It's
too much
crazy.
shit going on.
Too
You
much
know what I
traffic.
mean?
It's the traffic, really.
Yeah.
Take you 2 hours to go 10 blocks.
Yo, that's a fact.
what I mean?
Now, what was it like for you, like, more or less? So you pretty much grew up in Boston, I want to say, right? Because you
Yeah.
came here at early age.
But I bounced back and forth.
You used to go back see your family and go.
Nah, live too.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
I've been, you know, I was getting in trouble and doing
Yeah.
little shit, so I just be back and forth.
Gotcha.
I lived in Virginia too. You know
Oh,
what
in
I mean?
VA?
Yeah, I lived in.
How was it out there?
Richmond. It was an experience, man. I love VA. VA's
Yeah.
home too. I say I got 3 cities where it's my home. You know,
Got you.
It's the DMV, Brooklyn, New York, and Boston, Mass.
Man, you all over. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. So, what was it like, you know, growing up? Like, did you face any trials and tribulations? You know, we all do, more or less, one way or another. Like, how was it for you, though? Because you was here, you was there. Like, what was it like for you?
Growing up, I'm gonna be real with you. Is a tough experience because I was raised by my great grandmother, not my grandmother, my great grandmother.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And my moms and shit, and my pops was in the military.
Okay, got
You know
you.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
when she got out the military, she came and snatched me up. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear
So
you.
you know, it's kind of tough. You know what I mean? Leaving the person that raised me, and then you know coming to a whole new city. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah. Different
And then being poor too. You know what I mean? When you poor, you don't got shit. You know what I mean? It's tough. You know what I mean? But
The struggle
yeah,
was real.
Yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So.
So what part of because you know me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of like ignorant when it comes to the bean and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, were you from like a certain part in Boston or just Boston, overall Boston?
I grew up in Lenox Projects.
Oh, Lennox Project, rough out there,
Yeah, Lenox.
crazy out there.
It's. I grew up in Lenox Projects, but then I moved to Norfolk Street.
Yeah.
I lived all through Dorchester. I lived all through Roxbury. I lived all through the Bean period.
Yeah.
Massachusetts. I be everywhere.
Yo, not for nothing, bro. Like Boston, there's a lot of people coming up from Boston right now.
Yeah, of course.
Y'all got, you know, they slept on him for because y'all only
Yeah.
had Benzino for a while.
Yeah, shout out Benzino.
Shout out to Benzino.
Yo,
He be crashing out though like a motherfucker.
Yo, the RSO, the main men, they lived on my block too in Boston
that's dope.
on Wheatland Ave. So when they was going through their whole thing and blowing up and shit like that, like they used to come through the hood with Benzes and big chains and all kind of shit. So that was like an experience to see that too. You
That
feel
must
me?
have inspired you too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like seeing niggas that's on MTV and the Source and shit right in your hood. Like
And they owned the Source because you know he was part of the Source. That's fucking dope. Now, who inspired you more or less to want to do music? You know, it's always somebody that puts you on, whether a relative or a friend, a cousin. Who inspired you?
honestly, I was hearing soca, calypso, dancehall music first. That's
word?
That's what I grew up on because I'm Trinidadian. You know what I mean?
Nice,
And
nice.
I'm an island baby, so we heard that first. But then when I started hearing like, Public Enemy and like
bringing it back.
Yeah, like Big Daddy Kane and shit like that, and then Naughty by Nature and Wu-Tang, Snoop.
Tell them they don't know about that shit. This new generation.
Yeah, this is like being in school, like learning, like you just watching, and then you picking it up. You feel me?
Facts. So it was just like more or less the music that started making you want to do your own, like get into it.
But my pops do music too, so he was he used to sing R&B, play the guitar, keyboard, do all that shit. So subconsciously, I used to see that shit. Like he was like a superhero to our family too, because he used to do it big. You feel me?
Yeah, it always comes from somebody.
Yeah,
whether friend, relative, your pop, your mom. That's dope. I like that. I like that. So when did you realize, like, how old were you more or less? Is what I'm trying to get to. Like when you said, you know what, this is something that I really want to do, like for the rest of my life, that I really want to take this serious.
Honestly, I probably wrote my first rhyme when I was like 12. I want to say
it starts at around that age.
Like literally like 12. I was writing rhymes and shit. That was trash. That was trash. But then you start you get the formula, and then it's it. Then I'm coming outside like, I'm better than you, nigga. What's good?
And you know what it is too. Back in the day, see, nowadays they got it made with all the social media shit, YouTube. You had to really be in your bag back in the day.
Outside,
you had to live what you spit too.
Yeah, because then you know. Every hood got somebody that's nice.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
a fact.
And then they like, oh, you nice?
Yeah.
And we going at
and it wasn't none of that lip singing shit. You had to really come off the dome and spit some crazy shit.
And you gotta have like 20 raps memorized in your fucking head, nigga. You gotta have them shit. Yeah, you know. Yeah, nigga.
That's crazy. Wow. So like, I know you got a lot of stuff coming out right now. You got the clothing brand. We're gonna talk about all that. Yo, by the way, what's the name of the brand?
My brand is called Luxury with Love. You know what I mean? Spelled with 2 X's. Luxury with Love.
I like it. So before we get to the clothing, what projects, because I heard some of your music, and by the way, it's fucking fire. The shit we just premiered is crazy. Because, you know, nowadays a lot of people do music, and sometimes you're like, I hope this shit ain't whack. You know what I'm saying? Shit was fire.
A lot of people do music.
Yeah, but they're not really in their bag.
They not music.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It's real shit.
So what are you working on like currently as we speak right now? You said you got the album, you got a few joints. You said 10 joints ready to go, more or less?
I got about 10 joints ready to go. So what I do is I started rhyming first.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But I was always writing R&B. So I got I got about 3 R&B albums too.
Oh, so you sing too?
So I ping pong. I go back and forth. I drop an R&B album, then I drop some hip hop shit, and then I go back and forth.
You doing it right? That's
so right now is hip hop coming, but then I got something in the tuck waiting right after that. You feel me?
That's dope. That's dope. So what, you ever thought about just doing both in one album, like singing and the hip hop?
Eventually,
that'll be crazy. You know what I mean? I'm always thinking. That's dope.
Give somebody give them a mix.
Exactly.
Like a gumbo.
Who have you worked with? Because the mixtape you sent me, was that like an EP that you did? It was a mixtape, no?
Nah, that was like 15 joints at least.
It was an album?
Yeah, that's an album.
Yo, that shit was fire. Co-hosted by Fat Joe, right?
Joe, shout out Fat Joe.
Yo, shout outs to Fat Joe. That's fucking serious. Wow. So how do you, how do you make these connections, like more or less? You know, because I'm trying to put people on and inspire others. Like, I know it didn't happen overnight.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So, like that project right there, how did you get in touch with Fat Joe and how did that all come about?
Honestly, man, I was just being a pest.
Yeah. Oh, you was on it.
I was being a fucking pest. You know what I mean? And it's basically being persistent. And you know, caught my homie's attention. Terrell, shout out to you.
Shout out to him.
You know, he's a fashion designer and you know, a stylist, and he styled Joe. So I was just, you know, I reached out, you know what I mean, and then he connected too. So
it's always timing too.
It's always timing, but then it's preparation too. Because if I was shitty, trash,
and you ain't ready,
if I ain't right, then he's gonna be like, nah, this ain't it. You feel me? So I was on my dean, and you know, we made it happen.
Besides Fat Joe, who else have you got a chance to like collaborate with? If you don't mind, you know, letting us know.
Let's see. Right now, this is exclusive shit.
See, I'm trying to. I'm nosy.
He know already, but he's bringing it out.
You know what I mean?
I got a joint. You know, me and Rich Pockets. Shout out to Rich Pockets.
Shout out to him.
Rich Pockets on T-Pain on this new shit. Then I got 2 Chainz on a new album too. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You ever So you know nowadays it's all email. You know what I'm saying? Like people send you the verse that you did. Do you like how it was back then better? Like being in the studio with them, actually working on the record? Like, I think that's more of a vibe, no?
Yeah, it's more of a vibe, but I ain't at that level yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I ain't there yet, but soon we gonna be collaborating with these artists on some personal shit. But right now it's like, yo, send some shit. I feel I fuck with it.
That's fine. I like it. So like, what's your creative process like when you're in the studio? More or less, like, do you need to catch a vibe? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you need to hear some old school shit?
Yeah, I was the biggest pothead. You know what I mean? I stopped smoking a while ago. But
so you focus.
I'm focused. So when I go into, like, I used to just go to the studio and create and keep the bullshit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, if it ain't it, it ain't it.
See, I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I might go to the studio, make like 3 or 4 joints, and come home with one. You feel me?
Facts.
So it's all about a vibe, energy, and don't force it.
Don't force it, right?
Don't force it, man.
Yeah, there's even times, because like even me, I started with the music, I was telling you all that. But like there's times that like you don't have to write the whole song that day.
Exactly.
You can write the verse, come back to it, do the hook, or you could do the hook first, then write the verse, then come back, do the second verse.
Or 8 bars.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, piece it up.
It'll be like, I'm like, why am I under so much pressure? Like when you first start out, you feel like that.
You feel like that.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you on the clock.
Yeah.
And sometimes the motherfucking engineers be having you feel like that, and that's not a good way to feel when you're recording. You feel me?
And because you're paying for it too.
You're paying,
That's dope. Now, so speaking of that, where do you record at? Do you engineer your own vocals? Because a lot of people do their own shit now. You do your own engineering too?
Yeah. So I a lot of my albums I don't engineer, but during the quarantine, I engineered my whole album.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Shout out to me.
Oh, that's fire. What do you prefer to use? Like Pro Tools, Logic? What do you fuck with?
I started on Pro Tools, but then this album I did, the hybrid album, you could go back and listen.
Nice.
I did that on Logic.
On Logic? Yeah. See, I'm sleeping on Logic. I'm like, I don't want to switch because I'm so used to Pro Tools. Like you said, I started like in 07 fucking with Pro Tools.
Okay, so
you know what it is.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So like Logic, what do you like better from Logic or Pro Tools?
Listen, I'm going to keep it a buck again. I just record and I ship it to Rich Pockets.
Oh, okay. So Rich Pockets does all your mastering and shit.
Rich Pockets is like the RZA of our label. Our group,
like it.
You know what I mean? That's my blood cousin, but then again, he's like the head honcho of what we do. You feel me?
Got you. I might have to send him a few joints then.
Oh yeah, send him some joints. He make beats. He do videos, graphics, everything. Like he's the man. You know what I mean?
That's fire. So he does it all more or less. Where can we stream the music at for those out there who they want to tap in?
Everywhere you get music from, we there.
All streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify,
everything, even in your uncle's basement, we got it. We there.
I like it. Now, because I don't want to like stop talking about the music yet, because I feel like the shit's fire.
Wow.
I seen you killing shit on a few shows with the flows, and the bars was crazy. Like, what was like your most memorable performance thus far?
I went what was it? I ain't gonna say the Middle East. I did the Middle East too in Boston. That's a legendary spot. But the House of Blues.
You did the House of Blues?
I did the House of Blues. And when it was originally in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I opened up with KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane, and I freestyled in front of probably
hold on. We can't skip over this. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane?
Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, that's major,
I freestyled in front of like 500, probably more people, and shut that shit down. Like,
nah. How did you feel? How did that make you feel?
I felt like the king.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Word. And getting the love and the support from them was like crazy. You know
that's
what I mean?
dope. And that's a major cosign right there too. You know what I mean? Those is legends.
It gives you the battery you need to keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. That probably kept you motivated more or less, right?
Hell yeah.
Now, so like, all right, speaking of that, I know this question's like repetitive. They always ask it, but I gotta ask it on my platform.
Say top 5.
Yeah. Nah, but I'm gonna switch it up on you. Like, if let's say you was to get a major deal tomorrow, or you was to take off, because a lot of people are independent now, but let's say you take off or you on go, who would you like be like that you're dropping a project and you're like, yo, I really need to get this person. It doesn't have to be an artist. It could be a producer. It could be an engineer. So I switch it up. Or it could be an R&B singer, whoever. Who would you like be like, yo, I need them on this project?
I need these 5 people to make the best
give me 5.
album.
Yeah.
I'm definitely I'm gonna do 2 producers. No, I'm gonna do 3 producers.
Ooh, tell me.
I'm gonna do Pharrell.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Timbaland.
That's you trying to get smash hits right there.
And then let me see who I'm gonna go with.
Surprised you didn't say Dre.
Nah, Dre's one of my favorite, but I'm gonna probably go with Premier.
Premier. Oh, so you like that boom bap shit? You like real lyrics?
You see, so Swiss is gonna go crazy.
Of course.
You feel me? With some club shit or some grimy shit. Pharrell's gonna give me my,
the smash
R&B
commercial.
Smooth. Exactly. Yeah. Then Premier's the boom bap
that
I need.
Bap. I like it. What about like singer wise? Like somebody that sings or rap?
Yeah, I'll probably get Chris Brown on there. You know what I mean?
Nice.
He's doing that.
I like it.
And then let me see.
It's gotta be somebody else.
Yeah, somebody that rhyme that's crazy. I'll probably get Fab on some shit.
Fab is not, yo.
Yeah,
he's
Fab
so underrated.
Underrated, bro. He's like
they never
timeless.
put him on the top 5
Crazy.
for some reason.
He's like top 6.
He definitely is. He's there. He's there.
He's like, he's waiting.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Shout out to Fab.
Now, do you prefer to collaborate with other artists, or you just like to do your shit solo?
Honestly, man, like niggas got to be able to keep up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you could keep up and your bars and your aura is there, then we could do something. Cause
they gotta match your energy.
They gotta match the energy, and you just gotta be matching life. Period. Like I'm not fucking with you, and you not doing what you're supposed to do in life. That's real shit. So in life, you gotta be right. And then your bars you gotta be able to.
Cause you never know. Like look at all the people coming up nowadays. You find out they're rad, they fucking this, they that.
You said it,
like
but
it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You just can't be doing music with whoever. You know
Exactly.
who fucking collaborated with.
Yeah, that's some real shit, nigga. Wow.
That's we keep it real here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't sugarcoat shit.
Niggas be mousing.
We keep it raw on this shit. Pause.
Word.
Now let's get into the clothing. Like your clothing brand company, Luxury with Love. How did you come up with that name and the concept for the brand?
Honestly, man, I've been wearing shit since wearing shit been wearing shit. You know what I mean?
Since way back. Since way
back. And you know, spending money when you really buy shit, you start realizing like, yo, I spent mad bread on this, and this shit is not even Marshall's quality. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, I gotta, you know, and I was always like designing my own shit, like since a youngin', like cutting up jeans and shirts and painting on my hats and shit.
You did the paint on the shirt, the Mesquite. Remember the Mesquite shirts?
I did everything. Like I said this shit on the Danza project too. Shout out to them.
You was on the Danza? Holy shit!
Shout out to Danza.
Shout out to the Danza project.
Yeah,
Big flex.
But I told them, and you know, I know niggas probably don't believe me, but I started like when people was wearing the Fendi and Gucci on the Uptowns, the Forces and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I started that shit.
Get out of here.
I started putting the you know the high end on sneakers, Timberlands, Pumas. I was doing that first.
That's fire.
You know what I mean? And then niggas started, you know, putting paint on it.
Copying the swag and shit.
Exactly.
Well, that's what they did to Dapper Dan. Remember Dapper Dan? How they jacked this whole style?
Exactly.
That's why they had to make it somewhat right. Gucci had to give him a position. Because like, you know, he's the one that trendset all that too, to be honest, from the beginning.
But you know, we in the era where you could talk about it right now. So I don't really want no clout from that shit. I'm stating my truth in the truth.
Humbly, respectfully, right?
Word.
I like it. So like, see, I gotta talk about this too, cause I seen you got book bags. I'm like, I'm a big, as you can see, I came with all my shit. I'm a book bag type of guy. Like, bro, like since I was a kid, I be the only motherfucker on the block with a book bag. Like, you going to school, you know they be cracking ass in New York. I'll be having my rhyme book in there, my CDs, my Discman, my this. So like, I'm big on the book bags. What made you want to do? Because you know, clothing brands nowadays always the same shit. T-shirt, hoodie, just a quick hat. Like you got the book bag with the charger though. I feed that.
Because when you
that was fire.
If you be on the plane or you on the buses and shit like that, you know, like you know what I mean. You got to be able to, you know, have something that's durable. Like you could wear it when it rain or it snow. Your shit's not fucked up.
That's a fact.
Then when you get in the airport, you could just plug your shit into the wall real quick while your phone is in your bag and all that.
You thinking about doing like man bags, duffel bags, shit like that?
Yeah, soon I'm gonna do all of that. You know what I mean? I'm start, but I got pet shit too. So if you go to my,
you got shit for the pets, for the dogs.
I got shit for the dogs. I got sweaters. I got coats.
That's
LED collars. Go to Luxury with Love.
You lit. I like
Fuck
it.
with me.
I like it.
Word.
Now like I seen you got like, and then you got like a whole spread for your shit too. Like you have mad models. How do you like go about contacting people, or do people just reach out to you and you're like, you know what, let me do a shoot with them so they can represent my brand?
Yeah, it's a combination of both. You know, I holler at people. I see if they doing something, and then you know we collaborate. You know,
I like it. Who would you like to see wearing your merch and your brand. I'm not gonna say merch because that sounds kind of like, low budget.
It's definitely not merch.
So who would you like to see that you'd be like, damn, yo, that's crazy? Like celebrity wise, like if you seen them wearing it, you'd be like, oh, that's crazy.
I want to see everybody wearing my shit. You know what I mean? Because my shit is fly. You know what I mean? And first you gotta like it. You know what I mean? But
facts. As
far as getting it to the people out there, like I got some stuff out to Vado, Mano.
Ooh, that's crazy.
I just sent some shit to Hitmaker.
Oh, Hitmaker's dope.
Hitmaker, the producer, and all that. There's a bunch of people I sent shit to. You know what I mean? But it's getting there. You know what I mean?
It's getting there.
Word.
How long has it been since you did you started this brand? Like how many years you into it right now?
I've been doing it more or less. Probably this is like the second year. Like actually like making the coats.
Like locking in.
Like locking in. Like I got coats. We're not talking about like hoodies and little varsities. I got coats, jackets, like real genuine leather, shit like that.
Yeah, the shit you got on today. So like something like that. What you charging for something like that, more or less?
Shit like this is like $700.
That's not bad.
It's like $700,
bad.
And then you if you wore Pelly or pardon me, if you
those
wore,
shit's like $1,200.
Yeah, $1,200, Avian. Shout out to them, because they're on hood staples. But the quality, what we doing is right there, and it's a fraction of the price.
And this is more personal. You feel me? Like you getting
Facts.
it from the direct source. Like you ain't gonna get that nowhere else. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you come with the right bag, and you
work with people,
you chop it up with me. I'm gonna design something for you.
Ooh.
But the bag gotta be right. But it's only gonna be luxury. But if you say, yo, put some mink on this or do this, all right, come with the bag and I got you.
Oh, I like it. So we got an exclusive on the Jmack Experience podcast.
You heard it first.
Ooh, I like it.
First,
yo, speaking of that, man, we're gonna get into the sponsor real quick. Shout outs to Black Sheep Sea Moss. Let's get into the sponsor and we'll be right back. Black Sheep Sea Moss. It'll make you want to slap your daddy.
Oh, harder, daddy.
All right, that was a word from our sponsor. Make sure you get your Black Sheep Sea Moss from Raul Delgado. So we left off more or less on the clothing tip. Who inspires you, or who do you draw inspiration from when you're designing your clothing?
Honestly, I would just say the streets.
The streets, okay.
You just got to be tapped in. You know what I mean?
So you all original. You ain't copying no Gucci, no Louis Vuitton, none of that.
I wouldn't say that. I think that fashion is universal. So you're gonna draw inspiration from everyone.
Of course.
I mean? You're gonna see something and be like, you know what, I'm gonna do it like this.
Or flip it. Yeah,
exactly.
I got
so
you.
everyone, and they do it the worst.
Exactly.
See, they'll take your shit straight out, and then you be nobody.
You be like, I came up with that shit.
Exactly, my nigga. So be careful with that.
That's just fucked up, yo. They be doing that to a lot of people. And then if you don't got like the sketches, everything in writing, trademark,
it's a wrap.
It's done.
And fashion is not like music. Like you can't really trademark a certain style.
Yeah.
You can't. You know what I mean?
It's universal, like you said, and not only that, yo, that's a tough industry, bro.
Very tough industry.
For you to be doing it like the way you're doing it, I give you mad respect, mad props. Cause bro, that shit's not easy. Like even me, I fucked around with the merch and shit like that. I was doing merch though. Like I was just like ironing patches on shirts and shit. Just fucking around.
Which is cool too for music. And that's cool too.
But I was like, this is a lot of work. At the end of the day, people want to do all this shit, right? They be having all these ideas, but when you start doing it, it's a whole nother ball.
Listen, man. You gotta really go through some things to see, the end of the rainbow, man. You really got to just keep pushing, man. That's it.
I like it. Now, like, what about like materials and stuff like that? Like, how do you decide, like, the methods for your production and what materials you want to go with? How does all that work?
You just gotta know. You know what I mean? You just gotta know like what you want and how things feel and how you you gotta have a great imagination first of all.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because it starts there. Like, damn, how's this gonna look? Because with this shit, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm trying to get the exclusive. He can tell you from New York. He ain't trying to give you the
Listen, you're gonna create some shit that you saw in your head.
Yeah.
Then they make it, and that shit be basura.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You feel me?
You're like, fuck, I can't sell this shit.
Damn, I can't sell this. So I got mad shit in the crib that is just
sitting there.
Just sitting there because
it's all right. You could just send it to me. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Real New York shit.
But it's real though, fam. It's like there's a lot of shit that you just think in your head that's gonna look fire, and then you make it and it don't.
Well, that's the problem with fashion too. Like a lot of shit comes and goes. You know how that goes. Like the trends, right? Think about it. When we were coming up, it was all baggy attire.
Baggy shit. It's back a little.
Bro, you know how many Jabot jeans I fucking had? I gave them shits out.
And now they Now they back.
They back again. That's a fact, yo. That's a fact.
True
Even
Religion,
the True Religion, now they came
back.
back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy. There,
So,
you bringing it back.
Yeah, so, you know, this is what I learned too. Like, keep a few valuable pieces.
In the closet, in the stash.
Yeah, so you keep, like, I got an Ed Hardy. And then what I did, I kept that. It was fire, and I started cutting it the way I like it. You feel me?
So let me ask you. I see yours crazy. We wore the same sneakers today.
Word.
I can tell you a sneaker.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
we're from the city. I just got the flu games. They're supposed to come in today.
Yeah.
Now, do you build like when you build your outfits, right? Do you build from the sneakers all the way up, or do you start with the fit first, then you get the sneakers?
It mix. It mix. Some days, like, you know, if some new sneakers come out, you be like, damn, I gotta get those. Now I gotta buy this or this or this.
I gotta rock baby blue now.
Yeah, facts. You know, or sometimes I just, you know, have a fire hoodie or a coat or something. I'll be like, yo, I gotta match this.
Yeah.
Some kicks.
And
to
then you
match it.
match it with it. Gotcha. I like
know.
that. Like, you know, we're trying to give game to those out there who
Word.
might not be as swaggy as us.
Yeah,
You feel me?
word.
Now, what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced when you were starting out? Like when you were starting your brand and stuff like that, what were some of the challenges that you're like, damn, some days you were like, I don't know if I want to keep going with this shit. It's just too much shit.
Honestly, just like I told you, you're gonna make shit. You're gonna it's an investment. You're gonna waste money. You're gonna lose money, and you can't be scared to lose money because those are the learning steps in the process.
Scared money don't make money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then once you like, oh, okay, I got my
niche.
My niche. Then you go there.
And you because a lot of things are not gonna hit.
Yeah, not
You know
gonna
what
hit,
I'm
bro.
saying?
You know what I mean?
I like that. Now, do you like to set the trends or follow the trends?
Nah, I've been setting trends for a long time. But, you know, at the end of the day, you got to be tapped in. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be, you know, on the outskirts and not know what's going on. You got to be tapped into what people's wearing and, you know, because this is fashion and you want people to buy your shit. Yeah. So you can't be wearing super skinnies right now, like you know, like legging jeans.
Like it's 2009 and shit.
Exactly. Like your niggas ain't buying that like that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Like the clothing actually impacts the people that wear them. You know what I mean? So you said you want your clothing brand to hit everywhere, everybody. Yep. It doesn't matter who it is. Yeah. So you're doing it universally for everybody. I like that.
Yeah. This honestly though, this is my brand is for people who's creatives. I want to say, and people who want to. You know, step out of the box. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of bright colors in my shit. I got a lot of material. Like this is on suede right here. This is,
I was peeping that. I thought it was all leather, and then I seen it without the shades. I was like, oh shit,
suede
shit
and
fire.
leather mix. This is the best of both worlds jackets. This just dropped yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yesterday, so we get an exclusive again.
Exclusive
I like it. I like it. And that's on the. So where can people buy the merch? I forgot to ask you that. What's the website?
Yeah, you can go to Luxury with Love. So make sure you spell luxury with 2 X's.
Okay, got you. And then you got stuff there for women, men, children, or just men, women?
Men, women, and dogs. And you know, soon I'm gonna have some stuff for cats and goldfish and you know.
What about the youth? What about the youngins? Anything for the young?
Maybe.
About
you
to
know what I
tap
mean?
in?
But just know I'm not cutting my prices for Lil Tay Tay. Lil Tay Tay gotta spend too. You feel me? Word.
About to break them pockets.
Break them pockets for Lil Tay Tay.
He gonna be the fly motherfucker out there.
Yeah.
Yo, I like that.
You know?
So back to the music real quick. What do you think of the current state of hip hop and in music in New England in general? Like, what do you think right now? Like the wave that we on? Because you know, it always.
What you mean?
It always artist wise, just musically, where we at? Yeah, like what do you think about everything in general right now?
I'm gonna just say, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's a lot of sucker shit going on. A lot of weirdo energy and
talk about it,
clout and you know, thinking you're bigger than you really are type shit. Like we not on that. Like
music straight trash, but you got mad followers.
Or you think you better than you really are. Like even
you gotta be humble.
You gotta be humble, brother. You know, and it's just like that. Like I said, how we met. You know, I came across your podcast, and I said I went through it. I liked some things, and then I jumped in your DM like, yo, this is fire.
Yeah, that's
you know
love. That's love.
And
I appreciate that.
And believe it or not, I do that with everybody.
Yep.
And there's a lot of podcasts throughout the city in New England and shit like that be fronting on.
They be fronting on you?
They be fronting on a nigga, but
nah,
my nigga,
don't
stop
front.
playing
Yo,
with
this
me.
dude genuine,
Stop.
and he was on time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set the record straight. On time, about his business, confirmed, all that. Like you don't meet a lot of people like that nowadays. I'm gonna be honest. You know, some people they say they do this, they do that. They don't take their shit serious. You know, but then they want people to take them serious.
And then my resume speaks for itself. You know what I mean?
Word.
Like don't front on a nigga who, you know, been around in the industry and done a lot of shit. Like I've been on BET back in the day since as a shorty in this shit. You know what I mean? And
you did 106 in Park back in the day?
Nah, I didn't do 106, but I was on the what is it? The 100 videos for the new year.
Oh, that's dope.
Remember how every year they used to do the 100 videos? So I was in there with like who was it? Jeezy. Lloyd Banks,
that's fire,
like everybody, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
so
dope.
you know, I've been doing things, and you know, my resume speaks for itself. So, like, if I reach out, you know what I mean? Like, just you know, let's get it clicking.
And you know what it is though? To be honest, it's always where you're from. Like where you're from, it like they don't fuck with you until they see you become like a mega star, which is kind of whack. You know what I mean?
I believe that.
It's always the outsiders that fuck with you more, or people that you don't even know from a hole in the wall that really support. It's crazy. Like I don't respect that. That's why, like I was telling you before you came in, before we started, like I like to give everybody an equal shot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Like
you don't know who's
you
gonna
could be
blow.
down one day.
Yep.
And look at Nem. You fuck with Nems from Brooklyn?
Of course.
So he was sleeping on fucking beach chairs. You know what I mean? Look where he's at now.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You never know where people could go in their career. You know what I mean? So outside of music and clothing, what are some of your passions and hobbies? Like if you wasn't doing music and clothing, what would you be doing?
Honestly, I stay in the gym. You know,
You work out?
I work out. I box and shit like that. I train and
nice.
You know, that's my thing. I just love being athletic.
Speaking of boxing, you seen the fight? Let's talk about it. How was what you thought? You think I think Roach. I'm a Tank fan. I'm gonna set the record straight.
Fan too. So
but I think he kind of had him on this one.
Yeah, I'm a little upset, you know what I mean? But shout out to Roach, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Roach. He held his own,
down,
bro.
Man.
He held his own, bro.
You know what that fight reminded me of? Not reminded me, but Canelo and son from
Berlanga?
Berlanga.
Nah, Berlanga was getting fucking rocked though, bro.
No, but he held it down.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah,
So-
he did. He fought the whole way. I give him that.
And people didn't expect that.
Yeah,
I didn't expect Roach to be in there like that. And
But Roach did a lot better than what Berlanga did to Canelo, bro.
But
Because
Canelo was like
Canelo's like a fuck. I don't
He's
even
a
understand.
tank.
Yo, you cannot. There's no way you're not gonna. He's like made of steel, that motherfucker.
Yeah,
like
he's one of my favorite boxers.
Yo,
man.
Canelo's
I love
tough,
Canelo,
yo.
Dog. Yeah, he's
you
serious.
think you definitely want to see them run it back, right? I want to see them.
I want to
it
see him
back.
run it back, but honestly,
Tank definitely going. I think Tank gonna have that one when they run it back though, because now he knows how you fight. That's the thing.
nah, I don't know, dog.
This is what I think. I don't want to turn this to a whole sports podcast,
Yeah.
but I love boxing too. That's crazy. You do
Yeah.
box, but like I think Tank kind of underestimated him.
I think
that's
so
really
too.
what
He
happened.
slept on him.
Yeah.
And he think he had the upper hands because he ain't fought him since he was a shorty and he blew up and Roach stayed here. Roach was waiting.
He was
ready. waiting for that opportunity.
You know what that shit remind me of? You ever seen the movie Creed?
Creed.
Some shit
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
like
right?
that.
That shit was
That's a
crazy,
fact.
bro.
That's a
Yeah, I
fact.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So, we're about to sign out shortly. Like, what legacy would you hope or do you want to leave in hip hop and music in general?
I just want to continue being me, man.
I like it.
I want to
So you won't sell out?
I mean, I'm gonna just be me. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people out here trying to be super thugs and super tough and mean mug and all that shit. Nah, nigga, I make thug music too, but I make music for the bitches. I make fashion. I like to look fly, but I slap the shit out you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And not only that, like, sorry to interrupt you, but like, bro, I always say that too. I understand people make it mega famous, right? They get all this money, and then they acting like they still got nothing to live for. And it's like, bro, you want to live to see your kids and generational wealth. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why make it that far to fuck it up and try to be a gangster?
A lot of people really wasn't out there. You know what I mean? So if you was really out there, like, you trying to get away from that shit.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Like, look at 50. He never came back to Queens.
Back.
You know what I mean?
For what? You know what I mean? Come back and help people. That's it. That's
a
what I want to
fact.
do. I want to come back and help and inspire the youth and just make sure that everyone has. You know what I mean? I'm a very God-fearing person. You know what I mean?
I like that. I respect that.
Wow.
Do you have a set date for the new project that's dropping and a name? What's the name of the project?
The new project is Portrait of a Rider.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
like Ambitions of a Rider.
But
the Tupac joint.
Yeah.
That's just dope.
That's why I got some of the inspiration for that.
You see, I'm tapped in.
Yeah,
I'm tapped in. I
in.
like
Word.
it. I'm a hip hop fanatic.
Yeah.
I know you probably could tell. Like, he knows
Yeah,
his shit. All right, and then when does it drop? Is it drop in the summer? Maybe fall? When are we thinking?
I'm looking at like the early May.
Early May.
No,
so
not
before the summer hit.
Pardon me. Early April. I'm probably gonna do
nice.
probably like April 5th or some shit like
Also,
that.
this is literally like a month away.
We cooking.
Oh, I like it, yo.
Like,
You correct.
I just gotta add some adobo.
Yeah, little sazon and shit.
It's done.
Stir that shit up,
Yeah.
shake it. You feel me?
Word.
Yo, I hope that you let me hit. Are you doing like an album release for the joint?
We probably gonna do something here.
I'm hoping that I could take part in that and maybe do some pictures or something for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
I
tapped in.
definitely want to work with you, man. Real talk.
Word.
Now, anything else that you want to promote that I didn't cover or that I might have missed, more or less?
Yeah, I want to talk about my team too, man.
All right, talk about it.
DMI, man. Drug Music, INK.
I like it.
Dope Music Incorporated. That's the new meaning, you know, because we want to stay positive. But Rich Pockets, Borough Hall, Damio Tex, those are my members of my group and shit like that.
What's the name of the team again?
Dope Music Incorporated.
I like it. So it's like you guys got like your own label type of thing going on?
We're a label and a collective. So we make beats, we do videos, we do graphics,
fire,
rhyme, you know, fly shit. You know?
So that was actually one of my other questions. Like, can people reach out to you to collaborate and work with you on future projects? Or are you selective on who you work with?
I'm selective, but then again, you know, I'm ready to work. You know what I mean? And if you trash like that, you know, the bag still looks good. Though.
You gotta come with that bag.
The bag looks good though.
Where can we follow you at social media wise?
Yeah, get at me at Bigshot's World on everything. Bigshot's World.
Fire. Can we agree that all the experiences that you went through got you to where you are today?
Of course.
I like it.
Of course.
And any advice out there for those who may be experiencing the same situations that you went through or are going through right now?
Listen. Life is gonna life. Never give up. You know what I mean? You fall down, get the fuck back up.
Facts. Any last words or special shout outs that you would like to mention? I know you mentioned the team, but anybody else in mind?
Yeah, God, thank you. I love you.
I like that. Nice and simple. Yo, episode 72. I think we pretty much covered everything, right?
Yep.
Big shots. It was an honor to be in your presence. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Word.
Love. Yo, make sure y'all tap in. Hit them up for the merch. Stay tuned for the music. We're signing out the Jmack Experience Podcast. Gra!
Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace.